Coming up next week at the big concert to kick off the Ole Miss football season, we'll have with us as part of the concert presented by SuperTalk Mississippi Media, Ole Miss's very own Brett Young. Brett, how you doing, sir?
Doing great, man. How about yourself?
Doing fantastic. And, you know, before we get into this concert itself, a bit of a higher level question for you. You spent time at Ole Miss. You were at Ole Miss, deep Oxford roots. What does it feel like now with awards and a big career and big hits to come back and play in Oxford, a town you know so well, but you're looking at it, I would assume, a different way now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I came in as a freshman, a little 18-year-old kid from California who knew nothing about the South, let alone what it was like to tailgate in the Grove. So it was an absolute culture shock in a positive way. I mean, it was like seeing a whole new world. And so to go from that to be able to come back to, you know, the younger classmen there that are now fans of my music, it's pretty surreal. You know, I thought it would be the type of experience I would have as a baseball player because people look up to the athletes there. But it feels really cool to be able to come back and share music and get everybody excited for a big sporting weekend.
Now, here's my question. Do you think you'll sign more autographs as a former Ole Miss baseball player or as Brett Young, country music superstar?
Well, you know, looking back at my stats when I was at Ole Miss, I don't think it warrants a whole lot of autographs. So I'm assuming anybody that wants a signature is probably going to be music related.
Okay, that's a fair statement. I think that makes sense. But it's still a big deal, and it's still cool. You mentioned the culture shock coming from California at 18 years old. Back at, I cannot believe I'm going to use this phrase, Brett. Back at the turn of the century. You came here and you said it was a culture shock in a positive way. Had you ever heard anything, any stereotypes about the South and thought you knew what you were getting into and it turned out you were wrong?
You know, when I say that I was sheltered growing up, I mean, you couldn't possibly understand how sheltered, to the point where, no, I hadn't heard any stereotypes. I hadn't heard anything. I grew up in such a bubble in Southern California that was really... So, you know, when I went for my recruiting visit as a baseball recruit, I had never seen anything like it, and it was surreal, and it lived up to, you know, sometimes it's easy to cram a bunch of amazing things into a 3-day visit to make a kid want to go to school there, and then they show up and they're disappointed. But it wasn't. It was I was exposed to what the lifestyle was like in Oxford over the course of 3 days, and when I got there, it was exactly the same, and so it was a blast. You know, at my age now, there's no way I could do with the amount of lack of sleep that I experienced as a freshman at Ole Miss, in a good way again. But no, I mean, it was the Southern hospitality, Southern charm, you know, the love for your home team sporting events, and the whole thing was just something I had never experienced.
Well, and it's not just you that's going to be there next Friday, a week from today. You're being joined by Josh Kelley. I guess the current terminology used in the music industry, he's in support, right? Because you're the headlining act, and Josh is going to be in support.
Yeah, I guess technically that's what you would say. I mean, I've been a fan of Josh and his music for a really, really long time, and you know, it's strange. We were there at the same time and didn't know each other, and he was already doing music at the time. You know, he was running around playing venues there in Oxford. So, you know, it's really cool for me to be able to be the headliner, but I'm going to be fangirling and geeking out on the side of the stage when Josh is up there doing his set as well.
And I think we just got confirmation that the baseball and golf teams at Ole Miss don't mix a lot.
Yeah, you know, I hate to admit this, but I wasn't even aware we had a golf team when I was there.
Well, you were focused on baseball.
Focused on baseball and pretty Southern girls, I'm not going to lie.
Well, you came to the right place then. That was a good choice on your part, because we got some of the best ones on the planet right here. Now, about how long is your set going to be next Friday? Do you know?
I think we have an hour and a half, which will be really fun, you know, to be able to, you know, play some throwback stuff, definitely mix in. I have a couple songs that are actually nods to Mississippi, and be able to have time to throw those back into the set for the show, and just kind of make it a big party, get ready for football.
Well, I guess the question is, the Ole Miss tribute song, Hell Yeah, Damn Right, is that going to be in the set, or is that your encore?
You know what? I haven't decided where we're going to place it yet, but we definitely put it back in for the show this week. So it wouldn't feel right coming to Oxford and not playing Hell Yeah, Damn Right.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, come on. That would be a disappointment if you didn't, I don't think. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great time. Everybody make your plans to be there. And, of course, getting ready for the start of football season the very next morning. So you're going to get things started off the right way, I think, next Friday.
You know, I take the challenge with. I'm honored to have the challenge, and I'm excited about it. And I think I really do. I know what parties go, how they go in Oxford, especially on opening. We're just happy to be a part of it, and hopefully we get people in the mood.
Yeah, I started to say no pressure, but I see you've got that already, so you're in good shape there.
I'm ready for it.
Boat up, ready to go, ready to blow the roof off the dump in Oxford as we get ready for Ole Miss football season. Next Friday night, a big concert. You and Josh Kelley, I assume if you haven't yet, you're going to be starting his fan club soon?
Yeah, you know, I better get on that. I know he already has plenty of fan clubs floating around. I just got to decide which one I want to join and try to take over at this point.
Yeah, just go in, just elbow everybody out of the way, sit at the head of the table and say, here's what we're going to do, see, and then go from there.
That's just like my daughters do to me every day.
Yes, well, that's their job.
Exactly right.
You're not supposed to have a choice, Daddy. That's their job. Brett, enjoyed talking to you. Travel safe, getting out. Where are you right now?
We got a show in Maryland tonight. We're in Pennsylvania tomorrow, and a couple days home before we come see y'all in Oxford.
Fantastic. Well, we're looking forward to it. Can't wait to have you here. Brett Young, along with Josh Kelley, next Friday night in Oxford, getting ready for the Ole Miss football season, and it's going to be a humdinger this year. You can tell already. I tell you what, Brett, travel safely. Have a good time. Show them how an Ole Miss product does it in Maryland tonight, okay?
I got you. That's a promise.
Fantastic. Brett Young. It's going to be a good show, Rhino. It really is. If you haven't made your plans to attend, what are you doing with your life? Come on. Get on your scheduling. You're messing things up. It's going to be a great show.